So I want to start off by saying welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. If you're a fanatic of everything entertainment, then this is the channel for you. But either way, in today's video, I'll be doing another episode of Entertainment Hall. And the reason why I'm doing this today is because I finally found the holy grail of my collection. So let's get into it. So another reason why this is a special episode of Entertainment Hall is because I went to a shitload of different stores that I've never been to pick up some of these titles. Places like CD Warehouse, FYE, and half-priced books. But I went to other major retail stores along the way like Walmart and Best Buy, so either way, I'm really excited to show it to you guys. But the first one I want to show you is the one I got at Big Lots, which I haven't been to Big Lots since... I don't know, I think it's been like 2 years, but either way, I heard they had some 4Ks. Unfortunately, I didn't get any because some didn't really interest me, but I'm surprised that they had 4 of them. They had the Hellboy remake, I guess you can call it a remake, with David Harbour, and they had a couple of other ones, like some nature documentaries. Don't know if I'm really up for that, but either way, I picked up 2016's Keanu, which I've always wanted to see this movie because, I don't know, I'm a big fan of Key and Peele. And I'm not really a cat person. I, for the most part, hate cats. So, unsubscribe if you want to. But I hate cats. So, I don't know why, I always wanted to see this one. I guess the trailers, really had me sold. But I watched this the other day with my wife. And it was a fun time. It's like a 7 out of 10. It's nothing special. But even though I'm not a cat person, it sort of got to me. Next set of films I want to show you guys is what I got from FYE. First up, we have this Blu-ray of Idle Hands, which I've never seen this, but I've always wanted to because I've seen certain poster art and artwork and screen stills from the movie growing up as a kid in a comic book, I believe. I think I saw it in a comic book. I don't know if I still have that same comic book, but I've been wanting to see this ever since. And yeah, it's a 90s classic. I think it came out in the 90s. I think it's 99. Yeah, 1999, the year I was born. So that's another reason to check it out. Next up is a big disappointment for me, which is another film that I've been wanting to see for years, like I did with Keanu. But this one was more disappointing than Keanu because, I don't know, I saw the Blu-ray box art of this almost 10 years ago when I was still living with my mom. I saw this at Walmart and I was like, I have to have it, especially since Arnold Schwarzenegger and Abigail Breslin's in it. And that is 2015's Maggie, which, I don't know, that was a big disappointment. I don't know. I love the story in here. I think it was executed pretty good, I guess. It was decent. It's not pretty good. It was executed decently, but I don't know. This film's really dragged for me and didn't really utilize our main characters as well as I thought it would. I don't know. I think I could see this, hitting a lot more if it had different actors in it. Because, they are serviceable actors in here. I love Arnold Schwarzenegger to death. But I don't think he's the guy to be in here. Neither is Abigail Breslin. I don't think she did that well in here either. The other film that I picked up was the first 4K that I got from there, and that is Event Horizon. I've heard mixed things about this, but I love the cover art of this, and I heard Sam Neill's in it and he does fantastically in here, and so is Lauren Fishburne. I'm a fan of both of these actors, and I think this is a 90s classic as well that I never got to see. It was 1997, so 2 years before I was born. Like I said, I love the cover art with the skull on it. I don't know. I've seen this 4K at Best Buy before, but I never picked it up. And when I was at FYE, I was like, I guess so. I should get it. And the last thing I picked up from FYE is Godzilla, King of the Monsters, which I believe came out in 2019. As you guys know, I'm going through the Godzilla franchise as we speak. But yeah, I'm really excited to check this one out because this is the only one in the MonsterVerse that I haven't seen before. But side note about FYE. I was going to pick up some other titles, but FYE does not know how to price their damn movies. A lot of them were overpriced. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1 was $45 on 4K. That's absurd. I'm not paying that type of money for that movie. I mean, it's a good movie, but I'm not paying $45 for a regular slipcover edition of a film. I'm not doing that. Next set of films I'm going to show you guys is what I got from Half Price Books. Which, oddly enough, I haven't bought a DVD in years. I have nothing against DVD. But I am converting most of my DVDs to Blu-rays and converting those Blu-rays to 4Ks. So it all depends. Sometimes I'm upgrading from DVD to 4K, which I've done with the majority of my collection and have seen big upgrades. But either way, I've seen these. Most of these were like $4 to $7, and I'm like, I haven't seen these movies in years, or I haven't seen these, but I've been wanting to. First one being The Page Master with Macaulay Culkin in here. I have not seen this movie in at least 15 years since I was a kid. 10 years old? Jesus Christ, I'm 25. Oh, wow. But yeah, I haven't seen this movie in like 15 years, and I've always been a fan of it ever since I can remember. But yeah, I don't know if there's a Blu-ray of that out there. If there's not, then I'm glad to finally have the DVD, because I did have it on VHS, and then my VCR broke, so I never got to watch it. Then next up is a movie I've been wanting to watch for 15 years, but I was too young to see it. That being Jennifer's Body. Yeah, this is one that I can't wait to check out, because I have certain friends that are like, you've never seen Jennifer's Body? And I'm like, no, I wish I did, but my mom didn't let me watch it when it came out, so because of certain subject material, which is understandable. But anyways, I'm glad to finally have it. Regardless, I know there's a Blu-ray out there, but I saw this out in the wild. I was like, I have to have it. Which I'm never paying $7.50 for a DVD again, but I don't know. It was there. I wanted it. I got it. Next up, we have His Name Is or Was Jason. Yes, His Name Was Jason, which is a documentary about the Friday the 13th franchise. I haven't seen this one or Crystal Lake Memories. I want to get that one as well. But this comes with 2 discs and a lot of special features, so I can't wait to check this out. And I think I remember seeing this at a retro game store before, which I thought was wild. The next thing I picked up from there is Avengers Endgame, the Target exclusive, which it was only $20. And I remember when this came out, it was like 35 or 40. So to get it for half price, I'm okay with that. But yeah, like I was talking with Brett over at Films Off the Cuff, which with a lot of people, this was a very crowd-pleasing film. And, everyone went crazy when they saw what happened in this film. This was the worst movie theater experience I've ever had, because there was a kid behind me that wouldn't shut the hell up for the entire film. And he would repeat jokes 2 or 3 times that weren't even funny to begin with. And he made it a lot worse for me. But I don't know. That's an old video that came out 5 years ago. So I don't need to get ramped up about that, because I don't even know who the fuck that kid is. But what you need to get out of this video is, do not bring your kids to the movie theaters if they're not going to behave. Simple as that. But some people are really stupid. Next set of films that I got was from a CD warehouse. I've never been to that store either, like I did with Half Price Books and FYE. I've never been there before, but now that Best Buy is out of the game now with physical media, I was like, yep, I guess I got to find other stores. And thankfully, a lot of these they had more hits than they did misses. But anyways, what I got from CD Warehouse is probably the last DVD I'll ever buy. Maybe. I don't know. I might buy more. I don't know. Because there are movies that are only on DVD and they never came to Blu-ray or 4K. Same goes with VHS. There's movies that's only on VHS. But this isn't one of them. But this is hard to find on Blu-ray, and it is pretty expensive. That being 28 Days Later, which is one of the best zombie/virus films. I have not seen this movie in about 5 to 10 years. But either way, I'm really excited to check it out again, because there is a 28 Months Later that's finally in the works. I think they're writing a script for it now as we speak, which I cannot wait for that. Alex Garland and Danny Boyle, get on that shit, man. I think Cillian Murphy's going to return as well, which I cannot wait for that. Anyways, I do have a double pack on DVD with this and 28 Weeks Later, but both of my copies of 28 Days Later suck, and they're scratched to hell and back. And this one, I looked at the disc. Thankfully, not a single scratch.
You scratch my CD!
The next movie I picked up is another Godzilla film, and it is on 4K. I got it for only $10, which the cool thing about CD Warehouse is, like, you can open up the case and look at the price on there, which the discs aren't going to be in there. They're behind the counter. But I only got this for $10. Yes, I know a shitload of people hate this movie. This is the first Godzilla film I ever saw, which was from 1998. I saw this at my nanny's house once, and I watched it in the living room, and I didn't fall in love with it, but I had a fun time with it, but I haven't seen it since then, I don't believe. But I'm excited to check it out because it is on 4K, and I'm wondering how bad the CGI is going to look. Next up, we have Heat on 4K, which I believe is a very mixed bag to certain collectors because of the visuals and everything. I haven't checked it out yet. I've never seen this movie before. I really want to, and I think this was only $14 because it was behind the counter, and I was like, how much is that Heat 4K? And he was like, about $13.99. I was like, I have to get it. For $14, I bought all these movies. 28 Days Later, Godzilla, this one, and the next film I'm showing you. 3 of which are 4Ks, and I only got them for $35, which is crazy. You go to Best Buy, get a brand new 4K, you're gonna be spending like $33 with tax. But either way, excited to finally own this in my collection. The next film I want to show you is the cheapest 4K I've ever bought. Yes, this is used, and I got it at CD Warehouse, but this is Robin Hood with Taron Egerton and Jamie Foxx in it. This was only $6, which I don't know what that says because I've heard very negative things about this movie, but I saw this trailer, I saw the trailers for this whenever it came out, and I was really interested in seeing it, especially since I got a man crush on Taron Egerton ever since I saw the Kingsman films. But yeah, Robin Hood, I can't wait to check this one out. The next set of films I want to show you is what I got from Walmart recently. First of which being Mayhem with Steven Yeun in it. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. It probably isn't. But I've been wanting to see this ever since it came out because it had him in it alongside, what's her name? Samara Weaving. She's a really great actress as well. This one was a bit underwhelming for me. I give it a 7 out of 10. I guess I was expecting a lot more out of it, but it was still a fun time. But yeah, I do recommend this one if you're into office horror, especially since there's like zombies slash, especially since this is a zombie slash virus film. And it does feel weird seeing him in that type of movie without it being The Walking Dead. But anyways, Mayhem, I recommend it. Next up is probably the newest release on here, if I'm not mistaken, but that is, or second newest, because these next 2 releases came out around the same time. But we have Wonka on 4K, which I haven't seen this movie yet. I was going to see it when it came out in theaters, but there was like a 3 or 4 month period where I wasn't going to the movies. Only saw like Five Nights at Freddy's, Godzilla Minus One, and a couple of others for like the last few months of 2023. I really wanted to see this one, but now I have a chance to see it, especially since I have the original Willy Wonka on 4K. I need to get Charlie and Chocolate Factory on Blu-ray. That way I can sort of have a complete collection. Or they just need to release it to 4K. But either way, I'm excited to check this one out now that I'm a new fan of Timothée Chalamet. And last but not least, from Walmart, is this Creature from the Black Lagoon steelbook. This is the Walmart exclusive. This thing is fucking gorgeous. I love this, dude. And at first, I thought she was nude. I'm like, oh my god, what are they doing? But she's not, unfortunately. Shut up. Anyways, I'm really excited to check this one out. I do really like this movie, and I heard it's one of the best Universal 4Ks out there, so especially with the classic monsters. So I can't wait to see how good this looks, because you can never go wrong with black and white in 4K. Like, a great example is Casablanca or the Maltese Falcon. Those look really great for being 80-something years old. And this is newer by like 13 or 14 years, so it's definitely more than likely going to look better than that. Now, the last set of films I'm going to show you guys are probably my last purchases ever from Best Buy. If the one beside my work still has 2 certain titles, then those are going to be the last 2 titles I get from Best Buy. But the last 2 I show you from this pile are the last ones I got from my store, because my Best Buy looks pathetic now. And I hate that. But anyways, I did get Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem on 4K, which this movie sort of does mean a lot to me. It's not a great movie. A lot of people say it is. I think it's good. The reason why this one holds a special place in my heart is because this is the second movie that my brother has ever seen at the movie theaters, because I'm the only person that's taken him to the movie theaters. This and the other title I'm going to show you later. This one just means a lot for me for a not a nostalgic thing, but a sentimental thing, you know? There's nothing nostalgic about this yet. Maybe in about 20 years, but not right now. It just means a lot to me because he loved this movie more than I did. And yeah, it's a fun time. I'm not as high on it as a lot of people are, but it does mean a lot to me. Next title is a blind buy. I've never seen Dragon Slayer, which I heard the transfer of this looks pretty good, and I haven't watched a Dragon film probably since Dragonheart, and I know Walmart has Dragonheart on 4K with a steelbook. I don't know if I want to pay $28 for it though, but I haven't watched a Dragon film since then, and yeah, I don't know. This is 1981, I believe. Yep. I would love to see an 80s Dragon film and see how that turns out. Next film is Rain Man, which is one that I was going to get alongside the other Tom Cruise films that they came out with recently on 4K, like this, and I forgot I think The Firm and something else. I forgot what it is. But either way, I'm excited to check this one out because I haven't seen it in like 15 or 20 years. And Dustin Hoffman is playing someone that's on the spectrum, and I want to see how he portrays it because my sister is on the spectrum, and a lot of people I know are on the spectrum, so I don't know if this one really holds up or not, but either way, I'm excited to check it out. Next film I want to show you is Point Break on 4K, which I haven't seen this movie in about 10, 15 years. You see there's a pattern here. But yeah, this movie, when it was announced for 4K, I was like, I have to have it, and then when it came out, I didn't get it. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I was jobless at the time. I don't know. But yeah, this is a Keanu Reeves classic, and it has Patrick Swayze, and I believe Gary Busey's in here as well, and Lori Petty. So yeah, I can't wait to see this again because I might enjoy it more than I did when I was a kid because I didn't really get it as a kid or as a teenager. So now that I'm 25, I think I might enjoy it more than I did back then. I don't know. And the last film that I want to show you guys from Best Buy is probably, the most sentimental movie to me on this list. And that is 2023's The Flash. Now, I know a lot of people are mixed on this one. I've heard a lot of negative reviews and a lot of positive. I'm more positive than I am negative on here. This was the first movie that my brother ever got to see in the theater, and I got to take him because he loves The Flash. I don't know if he still does right now, but yeah, he absolutely loves The Flash, and I remember whenever this came out, he was asking me to take him to go see it because he loves The Flash, and like I said, I get more enjoyment out of this one than most people do. I can separate the art from the artist, especially when, considering what Ezra Miller did, and then the CGI in here is atrocious, but I love the story in this one. I love the cameos. I love the action set pieces. I don't know. I give this film like an 8 out of 10. I had a really fun time with it both times that I watched it in the theater, and then I watched this to show my wife the other day, and I still enjoy it just as much as I did. So I don't know what that says about this movie and me. So I don't know. I really love this movie, okay? And if you can't separate the art from the artist, I totally get it, but I can because a lot of movies have pieces of shit that work on them, and another film I'm going to bring up, Jeepers Creepers. I absolutely love the first film, regardless of what the director did. He is a real piece of shit, and I hope he gets what's coming to him because that little amount that he had in prison didn't do it justice, okay? That's what I have to say about that. I don't know why I went on a tangent, but last thing I want to show you guys is the holy grail of my collection. This is the most important thing to me in this room, in my collection, because I believe this is my first import, if not one of my first. No, I do have an import of the Evil Dead trilogy on Blu-ray, and I didn't have a region-free player, but somehow the first disc worked, but Evil Dead 2 and 3 didn't work, so I don't know why I bought it, okay? I was like 16 when I got it, and I didn't know the difference. I only saw that there was like a $5 difference in the price, and I thought it was cheaper, so I was like, of course I have to get it, but anyways, the good thing about 4Ks, they're region-free. But the holy grail of my collection is this Arrow video collection of the Chucky films. All 8 of them. Actually, not all 8 of them. The remake's not in here, but I am going to get that on 4K. This comes with Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and then Living with Chucky, which is a documentary. I can't wait to check that out. But the bad thing about this release, which I totally get it because of rights issues and stuff, but Child's Play, the original film, is only on Blu-ray, which thankfully I do have it on 4K right here. So I'm just going to use this next time I watch it. But yeah, and the last film in here, Living with Chucky, is also a Blu-ray, so I won't be able to play it. But that movie is streaming everywhere for free. It's on Tubi, Freevee, I believe. Amazon, so I'll be able to watch it. I don't know if you guys want me to do a review on that or not, but I'm here to announce that sometime soon, within the next 2 or 3 months, I'm going to be doing a re-review series of the Child's Play series, because that's been like 5 years since I've talked about any of these films. 5 years. When I started this channel, this was the first set of movies that I ever reviewed. Child's Play is my favorite horror series of all time. This series means the absolute world to me. And I just want to say thank you to my wife. She bought this for me. We didn't import it because somehow someone already had it in the States, but it was still brand new. It was wrapped in plastic. And it was just amazing. Usually I hate J cards. I usually get rid of these, but I'm keeping it because we spent a pretty penny on these, or actually she did. So thank you. But yeah, I just love this collection. So this thing opens up right here. Can't really get a grip, but you have all 8 films right here with a little booklet in the back. Since I guess I'm titling this The Holy Grail of my collection, you guys are going to be able to see it because this thing is absolutely awesome and amazing. We have Child's Play, and there's a little J card for Weird Science on 4K. I already own that in 4K now. Thank you, Aerial Video. They didn't send it to me. I love the release. But a lot of these, like the discs, match, or they're in unison. They really match each other. I'm a fan of them. You got Child's Play 2. See, like I said, there's a pattern. They match each other. Child's Play 3, which is a very underrated film in the franchise. Bride of Chucky has Tiffany on there. Like I said, the discs are matching each other. They're in unison. I really like that. You got Seed of Chucky. I'm pretty sure Glenn's on it. Yep, he is. Curse of Chucky. And on the back, they just like tell you what special features and stuff's in it and the technical aspects and stuff. Then we got Cult of Chucky. I test this one out because I've never put in a 4K disc, which is an import. Thankfully, it worked on my PS5, so I'm pretty sure all the other ones are going to work on here as well. And then Living with Chucky. I hate that I won't be able to watch the disc, considering I think there is special features on here. It's audio commentary, so I will be missing out on that and a few featurettes. Maybe they'll be on the internet somewhere. But if you guys know this release, then you guys know that the first 3 films come with posters, which unfortunately, I don't know why Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky, and Living with Chucky didn't come with posters. I think that's absolute bullshit. But I have these framed. I absolutely love this. And thankfully, these fit my frames because these are 16 by 20s. I don't know. There you go. Really sorry about that. Got the first one, Child's Play 1, Child's Play 2, and then Child's Play 3. These look absolutely awesome. I just hate that like the rest of the films didn't come with one, because like 2 or 3 years ago, I bought those 16 by 20 poster frames, and I never bought any 16 by 20 posters. Thankfully, these came with them, but these are really flimsy fucking poster boards from Target. Do not recommend those. Then it comes with this awesome booklet. I didn't know John Waters was on the back. That's that moment from Seed of Chucky. Anyways, this booklet is awesome. It just goes through the entire franchise. Just tells you a little bit about all the movies. So that's the holy grail of my collection. Let me show you guys one more time. But yeah, look at that. I love this thing. This thing is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, holy grail of my collection. Like if I have to get rid of my entire collection, I'm not getting rid of this. But there you guys have it. This was another episode of Entertainment Hall. Finally got to show you guys the holy grail of my collection because I wanted this ever since it came out. I knew that there was going to be some type of box set after Scream Factory did their releases, and most of their transfers are on this release because I saw it in one of the booklets and everything. But yeah, there you have it. The Chucky collection on 4K from Arrow Video is the holy grail of my collection. So let me know in the comments below what your holy grail of your collection is, because I would love to see it. But anyways, I just want to say thank you guys for everything that you do, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.